Hey everyone, it's Linda Lukovic, and I am here to talk to you about one of the most popular kits that a lot of my customers start with, which is used to be called the Family Essentials Kit, but it's called the Healthy Start Kit now. And essentially, you start with the top 10 oils in the smaller bottles, which are 5 ml, and there are about 85 drops in each of these bottles, and you start with a little diffuser. So it's a really nice, affordable way of getting started. So I wanted to do this video to show you how you can use these top 10 oils to address a lot of the things that come up in anyone's life. And I thought the timing was perfect because we just came out of a week where one of my sons, just to give you some context, I have two boys, and one is right now 15 and the other one is 12, and the one was sick. And so, and along with that sickness came a lot of anxiety because we are in the middle of sort of pandemic time. So things just always seem a little bit worse than they normally would. So I'm going to talk a little bit about, how I use my oils, because I just got thinking again. I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I ever do in the old days, like without having these oils in my home? So there's so empowering. So I want to share you some of the top ways you can use your top 10 oils. Okay. So the first one is immunity. And so one of the things that we're all thinking about is how can I get my body ready to fight off things that it's presented with, viruses, bacteria, all of the stuff out there. And we know that stress makes us more vulnerable to picking up viruses. So we want to make sure that we're kind of targeting our health on all different angles, but let's talk about our immunity first. And so one of the rollers that I have in my house, so first of all, I make my own, and you can actually buy roller bottles on your doTERRA site. So actually I've just got a label on here, but they look like this. They're amber. I like them because then they prevent the sun from breaking down the oils. And so in my immunity blend, I will put On Guard, which is a blend that is for immunity, as well as frankincense. Now we always add frankincense because it has the ability to sort of amp up the effectiveness of other oils. So you're going to notice that I add that to a lot of my blends. Frankincense also has the ability to cross the blood-brain barrier. It's a powerful oil and works on the immune system and inflammation and all of the things that are really going to help to get you better faster. So in a bottle this size, so this is a 10 ml bottle, and so I would generally for adults put between sort of 15 to 25 drops of the oils, and then I would top it up with a frankincense or a fractionated coconut oil. You can get it at doTERRA. You can also find these on Amazon as well. This I like because it's got a nice pour top, but you would make sure you're labeling your bottles as well. So in your starter kit, with your starter kit, you get a book, and in that book is a list of sticker tops. And so make sure you put them on your bottle so you remember what it's for. Trust me, I've made this mistake a lot of times where I come across this bottle, I'm like, wait a minute, what was this? I have no idea. So, so the immunity blend can be used every day. It's very supportive to health. Now, to be honest, we don't often use it in the summer. We basically start just like a couple weeks before the kids head back to school, and then they use this roller bottle every day. So we get into the habit of doing it every morning. When you do something every day, it's just easier to remember because it becomes a part of your life, like just your flow, right? So I teach the kids, keep it on the kitchen, on the counter in our kitchen, and they just know that they do that every morning. They rub it on the bottom of their feet or down the spine or on the wrists, whatever they feel like. All right, so that's the first roller blend that we use, and we all use it. Sometimes as adults, we'll take a drop internally under our tongue of the On Guard, and that can also be a great way of using your On Guard essential oil. All right, so that's one of the first things we do, and I'm gonna skip down. Actually, I've got my notes here, so I'm gonna refer to them so I don't forget anything, but I wanna talk a little bit about when you're sick. And so I also have a roller bottle prepared for when we are sick, and we use the acronym FLUME, because those are the oils that we are going to put in our roller bottle. So the F is for frankincense, the L is for lemon, first O is for oregano, second oil is for On Guard, and then the M is melaleuca, which is actually called tea tree now, so we can call it flute, I guess. So the flute roller, and that is excellent for when you are sick. So it's got that extra oregano in there, which is our antiviral. It's like a natural antibiotic. It's an incredible oil. And the oil you'll get in your kit is probably going to last you quite a while. I know I've had my bottle forever because it's pure and potent. It's not like the oil of oreganos that you'll see in the health food stores. It is strong. Okay, so you don't necessarily want to do this one under your tongue. Okay, so you're going to do the flute, the Floot. Okay, so flute. Put that in a roller bottle. Just total the oils up to about 20 to 25. It doesn't have to be an exact science. The oils work so well together. And for kids, you're just going to want to half that amount. And for babies, I'll post that information later, but you just want to keep it more simple for babies. So that's a great blend to have on hand, because when someone is sick, you're going to be wanting to put that on the bottom of feet every 3 to 4 hours, right? So you can actively address that, that virus or bacteria or whatever it is you're fighting, okay? Well, for adults, I would suggest you take it internally. And so you can get something, you can get these in your back office as well, veggie caps. These are great. I've had the same bottle forever. You're not gonna, use them every day, so they'll last quite a long time. And you'll put those flu oils, minus the tea tree, into one of these and take it. And take one every 4 to 5 hours when you are sick, and continue for 1 or 2 days after you're sick. And it is the best way to address any illness. I'm telling you, it definitely doesn't go deep for us when we do pick something up. And that's the key, is getting to it early, you guys. So get on it with your oils, and then you can prevent having to visit the doctor's office. All right, that's what this is all about, prevention. Do what we can. All right, so I'm going to now talk a little bit about skin. So we always have a roller for skin issues, and the oils that we like to use are lavender. Lavender is always amazing for skin issues. It's very calming. It's often used for redness and anything sort of like irritated, red and irritated and sort of scaly and rough. Lavender is fantastic for that. And then we're going to also add some frankincense and some tea tree. Okay, and we're going to make a roller bottle of that. About 8 drops of each oil in the bottle, have it ready to go. You can use it for everything from mosquito bites to sunburns to burns to eczema, dermatitis, any sort of skin issue that comes up. It's even great for a diaper spray. So you could even make a spray bottle. Now, one of the things that I did was I actually bought some of these sprays on Amazon. And then when my bottles run out, so I actually have the 15 mils, the bigger ones, you can actually just pop that on the 15 mil, an empty bottle, and then put your combination of oils in that bottle, and then you've got a spray. And it can be an excellent use for diaper spray. So those 3 oils are great. So the tea tree is like your antiseptic, and so that's why it's often used for eczema and rashes and things like that. Frankincense is soothing, so amazing for the skin. It's calming, so it'll calm the inflammation down. Lavender is also an antibacterial as well, but it's also very calming and very supportive to the skin. So you could make up a spray to spray your baby's bum every time you change diapers. And gosh, I wish I had these when my kids were young, but that's what you would do with those 3 oils. Very supportive to skin health, okay? You can also use it on your face as a cleanser. So if you don't want to buy any soap, like you totally save money when you've got oils in your mouth, in your house, because honestly, you just start repurposing. You can use those same 3 oils, and you can put them diluted in with some, I like argan oil. I also have rosehip oil, but you can put it on a cotton swab, and with the oils, maybe just make up a little combo of the 3 of them in one of these bottles. That way you just have to dump it out, put it on the cotton ball, and then you can literally clean your skin, take all your makeup off, take all the dirt from the day off, and it works incredible. It just gets in your pores, and it's so, so great for your skin. Awesome, you guys, you got to give that a try. So let's talk about airways. So we're heading into spring right now when I'm doing this video, and a lot of people suffer from allergies. So as a nutritionist, I would definitely talk a little bit more about internal stuff, but there are so many ways you can use your oils for allergies and opening your airways. So the oils in the kit are good for that is Breathe in the US. It's called Easy Air in Canada. So this is your airways opener. Okay, this is the classic one. But I would also add frankincense with the Easy Air, and I would make up a roller of those 2. And then I would also use that in the diffuser. But in the roller, you can put those 2 oils and then rub it on your hand, and then rub it on the chest and then the back of anyone who's suffering from a cold or cough or anything sort of like lung related. You can also use that for sort of congestion on the head. You can put it on the temples, sort of the back of the neck. You can put it along the forehead if you're feeling any tension there, and it works amazing. Also really interesting to note is there is a blend called DigestZen. Okay, so that's for digestion. We'll get to that in a minute. But you can also put that on around the bridge of the nose, and it works also excellent for head congestion. So give that a go. All right, so let's talk about seasonal allergies. So there's 3 oils you want to know for seasonal allergies. It's peppermint, lavender, and lemon. Those 3 together, they're all in the kits. Okay, so you've got your peppermint. These are the 3 most popular oils actually in the essential oils world. They can be used for so many different things, but these 3 oils are incredible. So again, Put them in your roller bottle, dilute them down, and use that roller when you're feeling like you've got symptoms of allergies coming up. You can use that around your nose, use that on the bottom of your feet, your pulse, anywhere. But I like to use it around your face where you're feeling the symptoms, and you could even put it in your diffuser. And I would highly recommend you take a shot internally if you're really suffering. It works so well. So remember, I gave it to someone at work, and I gave her a little shot glass of 1 drop each of those 3 oils, and she took it, and it just like, first she was like, whoa. She totally reacted because she wasn't used to the strength of these oils. And she came over to my desk like 5 minutes later saying, oh my God, that totally worked. You guys, oils work, they work, so use them. Okay, if you haven't opened your box up, make sure you open it up and use those oils. So, I mean, it's great. You're knowing that you're using natural products that have been around for centuries. They're tried and true. They work instead of having to use pharmaceuticals. And I do believe in both, but I say go natural first. And then if you really need to go to the next step, go to the next step and use that pharmaceuticals. Okay, so we talked about Flume. I'm going to talk about the Belly Buster. So I make a blend for belly support, and it is, well, normally I just use Digestion, but there's 2 other oils that work pretty well also, and that's peppermint and lemon, that really help address issues of the GI tract. So Digestion is, it kind of tastes or smells a little bit like licorice, so not everyone loves that smell. But the best point to put that is right in the belly button, so that's kind of like considered your second mouth. If you think about it, that's where the umbilical cord was attached, and you got all of your nourishment. So it's just a really great entry point into the body to put that Digestion right into the belly button. This one you don't even need to dilute. You could definitely dilute that down in a roller bottle, the Digestion, and just have it available so for the kids, so they can just grab it themselves and use it whenever they need it. My son uses it all the time, the one who's sensitive to dairy. So that's a great blend to have as well. And the lemon is great to take internally, like just have it, put a drop in your glass, drink it first thing in the morning in lukewarm water. And it's such a great way to kickstart your digestive system. I like to add a chunk of cucumber in there as well. And sometimes I'll even put ginger in, and it's such a great way to sort of reset that digestive system, rehydrate you, and just is a great start to your day, also for your metabolism. All right, so that's the Belly Buster. And you could, if you want, in the Digestion, if you're making up a roller, you could also add a little bit of lavender, because sometimes with digestion issues, there's a little bit of anxiety that comes along. It's a whole gut-brain connection thing. So sometimes adding a layer of lavender, which is your calming oil. It's not just calming to the skin, but it's also calming to your nervous system. So you can add that in as well with your Digestion, and it makes a really nice roller also. Hope you guys have a pen. I hope you're writing all this down. Make sure you're writing it down. So now let's talk about ear issues, okay? So there's 2 oils that are often used out of the top 10 kit for ear issues, and that's lavender and tea tree, right? So what you can do is you can start, you never want to put anything in the ears, all right? So what you can do is you can put a drop of lavender and tea tree onto a cotton ball and just sort of dab it around the ears, right? You can dab it around the back here, around the front. I know I've had some moms where they sort of put a cotton ball on the outside of the ear and they just tape it up, bandage it on. So what it does is the tea tree is an antiseptic, right? It's also an antifungal. So it actually pulls out the infection, whatever's happening in the ear. And then the lavender is very calming as well. It's also an antibacterial, but also really effective for ear issues. You're gonna find that really incredible for ear issues, those 2 oils. So don't forget that. Now let's talk about muscle pain and tension, like any type of tension. So you've got your Deep Blue, which is like a favorite oil. It's awesome. It's an amazing blend, and it is calming to anything sort of like tight and tense. So think like growing pains, think like sore muscles after working out, or even you can use it preventatively. You can even put it on before a workout, and it's so great for your muscles. I love this personally for like stress, like we're all working at our desks and we're just like, our necks and our backs are just wrecked. So just putting it on your shoulders and just giving yourself a little break through the day, it's really great for stress. It gives you a moment to kind of get into the present, breathe your oils in, take a few breaths, get away from your desk for a little bit, rub it into your shoulders, and you'll just notice that tension like melt away, and it smells awesome. You'll love it. All right, so I did talk about sinuses already, but I'm going to just talk about a different technique you can use. Has anyone ever done the bowl? When you put like hot water in the bowl this works so well with your oils, you guys. So with the top 10 oils, you can try using oregano, peppermint. I got my little formula written down. Not digestion, that's for here. Lemon, oregano, peppermint, and tea tree. All right, they work so well together. So just put a drop of each in the hot water. Make sure you cover your eyes, put a towel over your head, and just lean over it. And you're gonna have to do this, like, take breaks because it's very intense and strong. But inhaling that will completely open up your airways and clear your sinuses. And it is such a great strategy, you guys, for, you know, not only just like opening, but what it's doing is it's addressing whatever's causing the congestion in there. So always think about it that way. These oils are powerful, you guys. There's lots of chemical constituents that are doing some work, right? They're killing the bacteria, the viruses. They're doing some work in there. So as well as addressing the symptoms. So really, really great oils for that. Cough syrup. Okay, so my favorite oils for cough syrup are lemon, On Guard, peppermint, and frankincense. Now just use what you have. If you don't want to use them all, you can keep it more simple. And I like to use those 4 oils with some Manuka honey. So you can find Manuka honey anywhere now. There's antibacterial properties in that. It is so good for coughs and sore throats. So you can literally just drop those oils into the cough syrup or into the Manuka honey and just take it off a spoon. Really soothing for the coughs. You could also make a spray bottle, okay, with those oils as well. That's what I have. I actually have, you can buy like special sprays that are for throat sprays, and they're just a little bit different, and then they get it further back into your throat. So what I did was I used those 4 oils, and then I just put a little bit of water in with them, and then I get the kids to spray first, and then they take a spoon of Manuka honey, or sometimes I'll just put Manuka honey in hot water with some lemon, and I make a tea for them, and they drink that. And that's also really, really good for coughs and just when you're sick, when you're fighting something. Okay, so that's really great. What you could also do is, for the little ones, is you could use, doTERRA has fish oils for kids, and it's a liquid base, it's orange flavored, and it's really good. You want to start your kids really young on that because then they develop a taste for it, but you can put a little bit on a teaspoon, and then drop some of the oils and then get them to take that. And it's a great way to introduce the oils into them, and so that they can feel that soothing effect as well. Very safe. The only oil that is not recommended for internal use anymore, like globally, is tea tree. Now it used to be safe. Like, I mean, technically it's still safe, but doTERRA kind of made the stance that they were going to say it's only for external use, just because that's sort of the known fact about tea tree, is that you just use it topically. So I would prefer that you don't take that one internally. You just keep that one to topical use, okay? Okay, so we talked about cough syrup, and I want to talk about stress too, right? So this is a big year for stress and anxiety. Some of the best oils for that, I would do a roller bottle. Just trying to find it right here. I have all of them out. Frankincense and lavender. So lavender, I mean, there's a million studies showing how it helps calm the nervous system and really helps with stress, and as well as frankincense. I mean, stress, it's a complicated issue, right? It's a bit mental, it's a bit physical, it's all the things. And so the frankincense is very powerful for the brain and addresses what could be potential inflammation in the brain. So you want to bring that inflammation down. The lavender is so calming to the nervous system. And so I really love it when people use these 2 oils. Make up a roller of it. And then what you'll do is you'll rub that roller behind your ears. And there's like a soft spot right behind your ears that kind of go back behind the bone. And then you'll find a soft spot in there, and you're just going to rub that soft spot with those oils. Now, when it comes to stress, obviously you want to identify the source. You have to work on mindset, you have to work on a lot of things, but the oils are such a great way to kind of encourage you to bring your brain into the present moment, right? Every now and again, because everything's good in the present moment. There's no stress there if you're like right in the present moment. And so really get into the practice of using those 2 oils in your roller bottle every kind of 4 hours throughout your day. Like, think of a time that makes sense. Like maybe it's before breakfast, or maybe it's like after lunch before you get into your day, and just like take a few moments, take some really deep breaths. You can just do the scent pump, inhaling, and or rub it behind your ears, whatever works for you. And just notice how you feel, right? It makes a huge impact on keeping your nervous system level, and you want that. That is so core to just overall health, you guys. The longer I'm in my profession is the more I realize that you just got to get on it. You got to get on the stress, you guys. And so teach your kids young, right? Teach them young. Teach them which oils to grab for what. It was so amazing when Luke was sick. he was like, okay, Mom, I need the Zengest. I need this. I need lavender. Mom, you know what? I need some Adaptiv. It was so amazing. I felt so proud. Like, it was so amazing that he knew that all these natural tools were available to him. So anyways, that's it. I just wanted to share really quickly different ways that you could use these top 10 oils using roller bottles. Okay. You could do a million things with these using spray bottles, cleaning your home, beauty care. I haven't even touched, gone into that area. I'll leave that for another chat. Okay. Anyways, let me know if you have any questions and if you want to get started. Okay. Chat soon.